Push Culture fans? I'm Dan Herzog and I'm at the Toronto board meeting, the 11th annual. So we all wear our best attire and take over the streets of Toronto. Enjoy the show. It's the best event ever. Toronto board meeting. I'm gonna go get ready for the after party. Gotta look fresh. Back to you, Brian.
Welcome to Push Culture News. It's official, the American government has shut down. But in things you really care about, welcome to Push Culture News. I'm Brian Davenport, and this is the September edition of the Push Culture News Desk. In this episode, for those of you who haven't had enough, I'll let you know about some upcoming events. We've got recaps of the IDF Euro Tour, Kathleen McCorral, and the first ever Acme Downhill. We'll talk to Jack Smith about skating across the U.S. on a loaded prototype push deck. And we've got a slew of products, including a whole batch of new gear from Rayne. So be sure you stick around till the end. We've got some very encouraging industry news to kick things off today. After falling from the sky in a paragliding accident and breaking multiple parts of his body, Adam Colton is steadily on the road to recovery. In a quote, he recently told us, "I've been rocking my new neck for 1.5 months without the neck brace. I'm back living in Bishop, California with pretty much full mobility in my neck and some nasty knots in my muscles. I have been doing some epic High Sierra mountain biking, dancing, fly fishing, housework, acro yoga, and tons of dinner parties with rad peeps. I'm getting stronger each day and loving the foam roller. I will fly again another day and I'm looking forward to tackling some distance skate trips soon. Thanks everyone for all the good vibes and kind messages." Our dear friend Rolando Martinez collided with a vehicle in the Catskills and sustained severe internal injuries and busted up his face a bit. He is expected to make a full recovery, but please send your good vibes his way. The documentary that Riviera Skateboards began in 2012 about the Catalina Island Classic has been released on Vimeo. It's great for a casual watch, but is an even better resource to current or hopeful event organizers. Make yourself comfortable because it's a 40-minute look behind the scenes at what goes into making a world-class event. If you didn't catch a screening of Highway Gospel in the past year, you're in luck, because you can now watch it online. It's the story of Coast Longboarding founder Bryson Stryker Lyons, Jody Wilcox, the man who brought us drop deck skateboards, and Claude Rayne, an aging yet determined slalom racer. You can rent or buy the documentary on Amazon, YouTube, or iTunes. El Bisto, otherwise known as Scott Limbach, owner of Mirskate, is once again training for the Melada Pro in Teutonia, Brazil. You can check out this video and lots of others on the Mirskate YouTube channel. Oh hey, it looks like I got mail. What could this be? Stickers? I love stickers. If you do too, be sure you subscribe to the new Yeehaw sticker subscription service. This is really cool. It works like a magazine subscription, except there's no iPad version. You actually have to sign up and wait for the mailman to arrive. Each quarter, for just $5, you'll receive about 12 quality stickers from some of the raddest crews and companies in the industry. Head over to yeehawgear.com to sign up today. The season is certainly winding down, but that doesn't mean there's nothing left to do. This coming weekend is action-packed across the country. In Bainbridge, Ohio, the Soldiers of Downhill race is once again bringing together some of the best racers to one of the best courses North America has to offer. They cap it at 100 racers, so if you're not signed up yet, be sure you get registered before making the trip. And check the zip code because, strangely enough, there's 2 Bainbridge, Ohios. In Arlington, Washington, Motion Board Shop is hosting the Centennial Trail Push Race. This 2-day event includes a 5K, a 3.1-mile sprint, and a half marathon with a total cash purse of $2,500. And it's all sanctioned by the International Distance Skateboarding Association. Also this coming weekend over here on the East Coast, it's Broadway Bomb Weekend, and there's going to be a lot going on. On Friday, starting at noon, there's going to be an all-ages skate family welcome party right here at the Longboard Loft. There'll be room to skate out front with impromptu competitions, drink specials next door at Lucky Jack's, and at 7 p.m. for the first time ever, we'll see the Bustin' Boards China video featuring Bruno and Toti, filmed and edited by Pedo Pro. At 8 p.m., the big kids will head over to the annual 21 and up party at Uncle Funky's Board Shop in the West Village. It's $5 to get in, and all proceeds go to Stoked Mentoring. If you're not old enough to attend the party, be sure you check out Uncle Funky's while you're in town. It is New York City's oldest longboard-specific retail store. Saturday morning, I hear there's something happening, but I'm not going to get into the details other than to say if you choose to participate, be aware this is a controversial event in this city, and those of us who live here year-round will have to deal with the consequences of one person's actions should something go wrong. So, most importantly, don't be an idiot. Don't yell offensive things about the police, skate smart, and skate safe. On Sunday at 11:30 a.m., Earthwing will once again host their Skate Slam-a-Jamma on Dark Tower. The event isn't exactly a competition as you know it. Basically, you're just trying to impress the Earthwing crew, and then props will be handed out at the end. If you really want to impress these guys, know your audience, respect the hill, and skate hard wheels. If you're feeling extra ambitious, wake up early and be at the hill at 8:30 a.m. for Uncle Funky's Style Sessions. This is the 10th anniversary of New York City's original free ride slide jam. If you'd like to participate, make sure you email Jeff at UncleFunky'sBoards.com. For you East Coast downhillers, there's still one more chance to satisfy your need for speed this season. The King of the Mountain race will be held on October 26th and 27th in Quebec. Search King of the Mountain DH on Facebook for more information. After the break, we'll be back with Troy Yardwaste and event coverage from the recent F-Bomb trip. Plus, we'll take a look at Loaded's newest prototype pusher.
Alright, Push Culture News, here's the rundown on Skatesgiving this year. Same thing as last year, but mo better. We got Comet, Quebec, Sector 9, and Lanyards, but this year we got Paris trucks thrown down, we got West Coast invites through Rad Wheels, Bear Trucks, and Rayne Longboards. We got Brian Peck coming out for Comet Skateboard. Anthony Fliss broke his foot, so we're going to send out Eric Jensen instead. I'm coming out for Sector 9, Pat Shett's coming out for Lanyard, and Ben Zbrey is coming out for Quebec Skateboard. Skatesgiving starts at Soldiers of Downhill on October 12th and 13th and goes all the way till October 25th. You guys will be able to see some skatesgiving videos starting on American Thanksgiving. Back to you, Push Culture News.
Thank you for staying with us. Now let's take a look back at some of the excitement you may have missed. In Europe this summer, there were 2 IDF World Cups and 2 qualifying races. The Kozakov Challenge in the Czech Republic was first. Zach Madom, Adam Persson, and Patrick Switzer crossed the finish line neck and neck. Upon review, it was Zach in first, Adam second, and P-Swiss third. In the women's class, there was Marie Spooky Wookie Bougard of France on top of the podium, with Yolanda Vogler and Tamara Prater in second and third. 1 week later was Grim Mountain, the first of the IDF qualifying races. Andrew Chapman took first place, with Dylan Stevens and Max Whipperman rounding out the podium. The Pierre Goudes Never Dies race takes place on a beautiful mountain resort in France. Ski resorts are proving to be the best places to have downhill races because the infrastructure is already in place. At the top of this course, you're actually racing through the main shopping area before dropping into what the course description refers to as a Little Teutonia. It was Adam Persson who won this one, with Kevin Reimer just behind him, and Patrick Switzer beat up Byron Esther on a technicality to finish in third. Ladies, Annemieke Vinting of the Netherlands took first with Marie Bougard in second and Brazilian Georgia Bontarine in third. Then it was over to the UK for the Bo Peep Crash and Burn to round out the 2013 IDF Euro Tour. Zach Madom finished this one in first place as well. Congratulations to Australian Connor Ferguson, who finished on top in both World Cup races in Europe and is currently sitting in the top spot on the IDF's junior rankings. In the classic and street luge categories, it is Mikel, the young Spaniard, who continues to dominate every race he enters. Each year in Cathlamet, Washington, there is an event like none other, hosted by the very capable and all-around awesome dudes at Rip City Skate. This 3-day event has a little of everything. It starts with Titan Giant Slalom Friday morning. Jackson Shapiro won the Tight and John Huey won the Giant Slalom. That afternoon, there was a sidewalk showdown and Brandon Tisson walked away with top honors. Saturday morning is the distance push event around Puget Island, which was won by Brandon Desjardins. And in the afternoon was Brandon Tisson, who won the Border Cross race, which in my opinion is one of the coolest race formats around. Then on Sunday, it was the downhill race in the morning. Just for good measure, the guys throw ramps on the course to keep things interesting, and Billy Bones came out on top this year. Sunday afternoon is the slope style, which was won by Chance Gall, and the big air competition, which culminated with TJ Swinkle's 35-footer. Because Rip City Skate is all about the skate everything lifestyle, they give out a King of Cathlamet award each year to recognize the riders who did it all and did it all well. In first place was Brandon Tisson, followed by Will Royce and Robin McGurk. After surviving the latest F-bomb trip, here's Push Culture News correspondent Troy Yardwaste with a report from the Great White North.
Hey, Troy Yardwaste here.
3 weeks ago, Striker's F-bomb set out with 12 people from around the world, hitting every major hill, going to hot springs, and attending races.
There they are down there. We got Puerto Rico, we got riders from Florida, we got riders from Texas.
It ended up being a crazy 8-day adventure full of surprises, lots of mountain bombs, and beautiful lakes. We attended the first Gumball Classic put on by Royal Board Shop in Calgary, Alberta. I ended up taking first place, followed by Sean Young and Alex Hannigan. Stay tuned for the full video on Push Culture.
Now back to you, Brian.
Earlier this summer, Jack Smith and the Push to Remember team completed their cross-country journey. We were here to meet them when they arrived. Welcome! You made it! Congratulations! Tell me your name and what the most exciting part of the trip for you was.
My name is Mark Juvenal. I think probably the best part of the trip was climbing a 9,500 foot tall mountain.
All right, I'm Colleen Pellick. The best part was when we met everyone, because we didn't even know anyone before we started the trip. We met in California before we went to Oregon, so it was kind of surreal meeting everyone for the first time.
Jack, I know you've done this a few times before. What was the best part of this one?
Actually, I think the best part was the first day, just looking around at these guys, and they were so excited and they had no idea what was about to come.
Melanie Castro. My favorite part of the trip was this first day because it was just beautiful scenery. Like, we went up mountains, down mountains. It was just epic.
I'm Dylan Smith. Favorite part of the trip was probably skating outside of Cody, Wyoming. We found a road that had probably been paved in the past few months and it ran for about 8 miles along the lake.
Dylan Bauman. I'm from the Central Coast of California, and I came along to document the trip, take some video and some photos, skate with the team a little bit, so it was awesome.
Very cool. Well, yeah, there you have it. They just skated from Morro Bay, California. Congratulations, guys. We're glad you made it to New York City. All said and done, the trip will be donating $10,000 to the Alzheimer's Association. And for the first time, women took part in a cross-country skate journey. Jack was a part of the first ever transcontinental skateboarding adventure in the 70s. He did it again in the 80s, and his last trip was in the early 2000s. He's taken many different routes, raised money for charity on each trip, and used the leapfrog technique each time. With his trips being so spread out through the decades, you can imagine he's used all kinds of equipment. While we had him here, we asked him a few questions about the prototype loaded push deck he took on this year's journey.
I was very lucky this time to ride a loaded, actually the first loaded prototype push board. Don at Loaded is a good friend, and he got behind this project in a big way. It gave Don the incentive and his crew down there to make this prototype, and I don't think I've ever ridden a better board to push on.
I know that they had to go through a lot of different manufacturing processes to just find something that's going to work because it has such extreme bends. Tell us a little more about the deck.
Well, the deck is it's carbon fiber on the bottom, and then a series of other laminates. The top sheet is cork, and then they actually put some type of very high resiliency foam under the grip tape, and combined with the orangutan, actually downhill wheels that I rode on the trip that have won a couple big downhill races recently. This board is very cushy. It really made a lot of the rough roads, I won't say pleasurable, but a little bit more fun to ride.
So 2 prototypes just successfully made it across the country. That's really, really cool that Loaded is really pushing the level of what can be done with a skateboard. And you'll see some product shots, but you don't get the full feel for what's going on with this deck until you kind of stand on it. It's really spectacular they were able to hold it together. All right, real quick. Mercedes-Benz South Africa released a commercial for the A45 AMG featuring downhill skateboarder Desio Lorenko called Silver Slipstream. The two chase each other down a mountain pass, and of course there's plenty of beautiful slow motion shots. Arbor's new street team video, Whiskey Road Trip, is worth a watch. The guys load up in a van and roam from one sweet skate spot to the next. Also, Land Yacht's newest Calgarian additions to the team, Elena Corrigal and Riley Harris, show you around their hometown and their welcome to the team video. This is the Widowmaker race deck from 5 Mile. Vegas local Mike Snyder has been test piloting this board through its various production stages, and they've really gotten it dialed in. This dropped and angled rear creates a very comfortable wedged foot platform, but the trucks still sit at their normal degree. Volante's Serrata race wheel is now available in an 88 durometer. Blood Orange Bushings has a new shape they're calling the Wedge, which will be available soon in all 5 of their durometers. And Caliber has just released exactly what you've been looking for to complete the perfect setup, some heavy lurking shades. You know that fly honey's been checking you out all day on the hill, so take a break, throw on some Caliber lurkers, and make your move. Also, from the Push Culture Apparel website, you can get one of these cool wheel bags. Also, if you place an order, we'll throw one in for free. When we come back, we've got new products from DTC Wheels, Madrid, and Road Rider. DTC Wheels out of Europe is offering a unique riding experience you won't find from anyone else. They begin with a machined aluminum core. This creates a completely stiff wheel that supports the urethane, which is also quite unique, across the entire contact patch. In testing, they claim they've never experienced more than 1 millimeter of coning, and a set has never been cored. It'll cost you more than $100 a set, but they're sure to last longer than anything else on the market. To show and tell us more about them, here are the DTC guys themselves.
Hi guys, I'm Alex Herzog, DTC designer. We're here on the Walloway Freeride in Belgium. I just catch up today with Kevin, who's riding our new Gecko Pure. This will take us around 2 years of research before it finally be ready for you guys. So my first question is going to be, Kevin, what do you think about this wheel?
Dude, it's awesome. Really smooth, work on any kind of pavement. You don't feel any more the vibration, that was the problem of the other one for rough pavement, you know. And now it's okay for this. Still sliding like a DTC, perfect. Definitely precise slide, and especially when you come back to take the grip again, that's the best moment for a DTC.
Well, my next question is, this set like still good, pretty good shape, and how long have you been riding this one for?
A few free ride, I ride them also on 2 open road, 2 time on open road. Yeah, I don't know, it's pretty much kilometer already. It still lasts pretty long for the quality of the slide. Really surprised about it. Cool.
Well, so I think we have here a pretty nice pure freeride and fast freeride wheel,
yeah,
which was obviously was missing. We always did high performance wheels, so I think it's a great welcome to have this
definitely
new one.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
No, just thanks, Alex, you know.
Well,
it's pretty cool.
Look like you enjoy, so it's good, man.
Love your stuff.
Well, we keep it doing like this.
Sure.
Thank you guys, and you know what you have to say now.
Back to you, Brian.
Yeah!
This beautiful Road Rider Pro model here belongs to Mr. Kyle Wester. Kyle just won the first stop of the South American Race Series in Tarma, Peru. This is the same board that he won Teutonia on last year as well. It's made with Road Rider's patented railgun technology, which features carbon and fiberglass inserts top and bottom to ensure the deck maintains its rigidity and concave throughout its life. It is 10 inches wide and 37 inches long with an adjustable 27 or 28-inch wheelbase. Also from Road Rider is the Jet Setter. It's the same high-quality construction, but it's a bit narrower, has a slightly different shape, and features a flat kick. The wheelbase ranges from 25 to 27.5 inches. They're both 8-ply maple with a bumper around the composite materials for added protection, and at only $125, either of these offerings from Road Rider is a great deal on a high-quality top-mount downhill deck. The Madrid Nessie is a fun freeride board with some interesting features. Most notably is what they're referring to as the Power Orbs. They're little bumps in the front and rear that act as foot placement guides as well as leverage points to keep you locked in right where you want to be. It also features a small kick with a hint of W concave, which will in theory maintain the pop longer. To compensate for the 3/4 inch rocker, the trucks mount flush. It's 38¼ inches long by 9½ inches wide with either a 23 or 24½ inch wheelbase. It's all topped off with a shiny sheet of Formica for vibration dampening and torsional rigidity. RDVX, pronounced Redux, is a new grip tape brand that's come out and hit the ground rolling. To launch the brand, they've come out with so much more than just grip tape because, let's face it, you the consumer like cool swag just as much as good grip. This stuff is really grippy, but unfortunately I haven't had any long enough to tell you how long it lasts. Fortunately, however, I don't need to because they offer a 1-year warranty on their product. If it's not cutting it for you, peel it off, send it back, and they'll send you a fresh pack full free. It's $20 for 4 10x11 sheets, and if all that isn't good enough, they're also trying to minimize skate waste. So instead of throwing away your old Redux grip, send it back, and they'll give you $5 off your next purchase on the website. Here's another rad pro model from another rad skater. This is Mohawk Maximilian Gradamiller's throwback pool board, and here he is to tell you more about it himself.
Barbero. Well, it's a skateboard. Lanyas let me design my own board. I named it the El Barbero. It's basically just a pool deck. Just want to kind of throw back into the 80s. You know, no nose. We gave it a little more concave where your feet are. It's got a tail. It's a little wider up front. Red old school kind of style graphic. Just big old face. Got it set up with the 155 Polar Bears, 98 62mm Street Hogs. It's seafoam greeny, full painted. It's a skateboard. It's a pool skateboard. Shredded everywhere. I shredded everywhere. Rode it all Giant's Head. Destroyed that hill. Destroyed a bunch of wheels with it. It's great for every day going downtown, going to the shop, going to parkades, or even hitting the BPs and bigger hills if you're up for it. I took the board to Greener Pastures. It was a lot of fun shredding over there. People were stoked on it. Quite a few old school boards over there. Shredded some gnarly hills there. And it was sick. It's a great all-around deck.
Back to you, Brian.
Orangutan has a new line of freeride wheels that are all center set and poured from their newest urethane formula, Peachy Thane. It's more slippery than their Happy Thane, which is what you would find with an In Heat or Ford President, but it's grippier than the Euphorethane on the Moronga. Starting with the tallest, we have the Cage at 73mm with a 41.4mm contact patch. Just a little smaller is the Kilmer. It's 69mm tall with 39.5mm contact patch. This is your all-around wheel. Just pick your favorite Duro and stick with it till you're on the court. And the little guy over here is the Keanu. It's 66mm tall with a 38mm contact patch. I can't tell if it's the new urethane being center set or if the awesome names make the difference, but these wheels have a buttery smooth and almost completely silent slide. If you're looking for something to cruise around the city on, grab the 86A Keanu. They grip just fine, but it's still super easy to break out into a slide for a little fun along the way. If you're doing high-speed free riding or have to deal with chunky pavement, step up to the Cage. Either way, the guys at Orangutan said it best once again in their press release. With an all-star cast of sizes and Duros, these peachy gobs of urethane will provide a once-in-a-lifetime performance every time. If standard black grip just isn't quite flashy enough for you, or you think your gangster rap lyrics would look better on, say, neon orange grip, then Blood Orange has just what you've been looking for. Available in purple, navy, orange, red, blue, and green, they're sure to have just the right color to spice up your skate deck. Each pack comes with 4 sheets of eco-friendly grip that's thin enough to fold over the edges, so you can really blend that new custom grip job in with your sweet deck graphic. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that skateboarding is all about looking cool. We got a grip of new products from the guys in Vancouver at Rayne Longboards, but we're going to start with the wheels. Last year we introduced you to their first wheel offering, and since then they've been refining them to a full wheel lineup. They're broken up into 3 different varieties. The Envy, which is stone ground, has a round lip and comes in 62 and 70mm. This little guy is available in the hardest durometers offered, 80 and 98A, while the rest of the lineup is poured in either 77 or 88 durometer. The Envy is the serious slippy slidey wheel. As you can see, it's so much fun I couldn't help but skate it. The Greed, which used to have the yellow swirl, has been updated to a solid ruby red urethane and is available in 66, 70, and 75mm. This is your grippy grip race wheel. The Lust is a center set square lip designed to break free and slide smooth and predictably. This is the crossover wheel that fits perfectly in the middle of the lineup and offers the best of both worlds. If you missed the old Candy or Jawbreaker wheels, you'll recognize this industry classic. Moving on to some Rayne decks. Up first, we have the classic Rayne Vendetta with an updated graphic. If you look close, you'll see a heated battle between dinosaurs and samurais, and it's a pretty awesome update to this all-around deck. The Piranha is the little brother of the Amazon, the current world champion Douglas DeLua's pro model. It's perfectly sized down for DeLua to ride tighter courses like Maryhill, or for a smaller rider, it may be just the right size. The Future Killer is the long-awaited update to the very popular Kill Switch, and the updates are all just right. The steep W from the Kill Switch has been replaced with an oh-so-sweet Pleasure Dome arch support, as they call it. The best feature is the split right here that gives you a nice flat spot for pushing. When combined with the radial drop, you really have a perfect pocket for your front foot placement. Other than the Pleasure Dome, the board is symmetrical, and it also utilized Rayne's new fat bottom technology. The Rayne Darkside is now available, and frankly, it's one of the coolest new designs we've seen in a while. It's come out of a desire to give Levi Green a board he wouldn't have to re-drill or chop up to be satisfied with, and as you can see, they seem to have done just that. It's a free ride board with radial drop, rocker, and a kicktail. It also features Rayne's Mean Cave concave, which is designed to be steeper in the middle, which creates both pockets and gas pedals. We are always happy to showcase Rayne products on Push Culture News, and as it turns out, they're glad we do. As a way of saying thank you, they'd like to offer our viewers 20% off any order on the Rayne website. Just head over to RayneLongboards.com, fill up your shopping cart, and enter the discount code IWatchPCNews, and it'll automatically take 20% off the entire order. But only until we release the next News Desk episode, so act fast. Before we go, let's take a visit from our friend Aaron in Volson. Aaron, thanks for joining us. It's good to have you in the studio.
Excited to be in New York City, Brian. I'm here to inform you and the entire skateboard universe about Rayne's upcoming All the Pinche Way tour. We're officially going all the Pinche Way to visit the Mexican locals on a film tour. Along with us, we're bringing two OG Rayne riders from Great Britain, Will Edgecombe and Mark Short, and then Levi Green from the USA, and we'll be assisted by our Mexican clandestinos, Claudio Uribe, Dan Favela, and Fer Bajeres. First, we're going to go to Guadalajara and spend a few days with Los Tapatíos. Then we're going to hit up El Tigre free ride and race. Then to Leon for some skate party. Down to Mexico City to get crunk with Los Chilangos, drinking some of Daniel Favela's limited homebrew. And then after that, we're going to wrap up the tour in Monterrey. So if you want to find out more about the tour, please check out RayneLongboards.com. And if you have mezcal, preferably homemade mezcal, the dankest, please get in contact with me directly at aaron@raynelongboards.com. Thank you.
That's all for the September edition of the Push Culture News Desk. I'm Brian Davenport, and thanks for joining us here in the Longboard Loft in New York City. If you're ever around, be sure you stop in and say hello. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel at pushculturenews.com, follow us on the interwebs at pushculture, and stay up to date so we can keep you informed.
Brian Peck's coming out. Brian Peck's coming out. Alright. Stop laughing. Alright?
Yeah,
alright, good, shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Alright, Brian Peck's coming again. Coming out again. Alright, done, shut up.
5, 4, 3.
We got Brian Peck coming again. We got Brian Peck coming out. Alright. Brian Peck's coming again. What the f***? Alright.